taking over, that's a promise, not a threat.
Uppercut season off top, you stop breathing.
Yeah, what's good, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Real Talk, where, as always, if shit's real, we talk about it. I'm your host for tonight, Pat Scorpio, the New England representative, and as always, I got my man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
What's up? Shuttleworth, World the Op, Ring Gang Radio. What's good?
Yes, sir. Ring Gang in the house forever and always. And as always, I got my other man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Hey, yo, what's good? You already know who this is. Your boy King P, Bodega Box in the building. Ring Gang Radio all day. Let's go. I'm keeping the influencers out the bodega this week, so yeah, I'm good. Y'all can give them whatever bars y'all want. The bodega they're not welcome this week anymore.
Yeah, I don't want to see none of them motherfuckers in the ring again. Like after that, but we'll get into that shortly. But you're absolutely right. They need to be banned from the bodega. They're not worthy of no damn chopped cheese or quarter waters. None of that bullshit, nigga. Like they're not ready for all. Nah.
Well, I don't think those influencers would be into chopped cheese and quarter waters. They seem more like the bagel with hummus type of people. Yeah,
along with a side of PEDs, but you didn't, you didn't hear that from me. Shit. But I got my other man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Hey, what's flies? Conscious pilot, the West Coast Avenger, number one contender, preparing for liftoff. Destination Ring Radio. Let's fly.
Yes, sir. Conscious Pod, because he stays elevated above the clouds, you dig? But yeah, no, it wasn't, this weekend, it was like there was a lot going on for boxing, but none of it was really what you call memorable, But, obviously we'll give Zoo and Mendoza its props, shortly. But yeah, the first thing first, man, I have to go fucking talk about that fucking influencer boxing card. Like, truthfully, because when we did our preview last week, it was probably, in terms of all the boxing cards, it got the most attention. Like ESPN, all that shit. They were doing all the fucking clips and shit like that. Like they were, and they were all selling at KSI, and Tommy Fury was selling it. Logan Paul and Dillon Danis were all selling the shit. Like even to the point where Logan Paul got busted open with a fucking mic, and shit like that. Which I don't even know how he was even allowed to fight. With the fucking but Misfits boxing, there's a lot of other things I had questions about, such as the actual drug testing and shit. Because with the exception of Dennis, every single one of them looked like they visited like their local supplier and shit. Like big time. You know what I mean? Like I've been in hardcore gyms for 20 something years. I know what that shit looks like. So. So we're thinking myself, okay, let's see at least one of these fights, maybe, the fuckery in the ring and actually match up to it. Before I go to those two main fights, shout out to Salt Poppy for getting, even though he lost 60 pounds, he put on effort, against Slim before Slim KO'd his ass. That was actually the best fight of the whole fucking card.
That one in the what's the other guy's name? Fucking Dean the Great or whatever. Those two fights were actually decent, but then obviously the co-main and the main event were trash.
Yeah, because they were actually throwing hands. Salt Poppy threw his equilibrium in the gutter. The way he was eating the shots, because he thought
Filipino went down. Shots. Like, I'm sick of this Filipinos in boxing.
This is a half Filipino saying this shit too.
Now you see why I can't root for him.
There's something absolutely, there's something so wrong about that though, but once it got to and frankly the energy was there, but once it got to the co-main, which was Logan Paul and Dillon Danis, that fucking fight. First of all, Logan Paul already angered me because this nigga was talking about between wrestling and boxing. Boxing was the easiest sport. And I get Logan was a legit wrestler and now he's a pro wrestler. But, when you're talking that boxing is easy, I expect, maybe you have some actual natural boxing gifts to actually display. He didn't show not one fucking thing like in the ring like that says that's telling me, he thought boxing was easy. In fact, the announcers were killing me because the announcer was like, oh no, like you see Logan Paul, he's in absolutely great shape. Meanwhile, at the end of the first round, this motherfucker is looking like a like a fucking dog in the heat, like panning and shit like that. Clearly labored after moving and swinging, for 3 minutes. That's what were making me sick. And they're trying to big up that shit. And Dillon Danis, I don't know what he learned in his training or whatever the fuck he was doing, but clearly he didn't learn a goddamn thing. This motherfucker came out in some crazy, I don't even know, in some crazy martial arts, stance or whatever. I don't know what the fuck he was doing. Bruh, and he didn't throw no punches, none of that bullshit, none. In fact, I don't think he threw really any type of heat. And then Logan Paul, you would think okay, he's not throwing this. Stick a jab in his face, do something. Nah, he wasn't doing a goddamn thing. Logan Paul, he was arm punches. How you that fucking big and you can't turn over your punches? It's and on top of the stamina just being trash. And then Dillon Danis wasn't doing a goddamn thing except trying to think this was pro wrestling. Going on the floor multiple times where the referee didn't count. Get the fuck out of here! It was just a whole bunch of stuff. And funny things too is Logan Paul was really laboring to pummel him. He had him in the corner at one time. He hit him with punches. Danis didn't look like he was affected, not even once. You have all this, and it was just it made for really bad watching, horrible watching.
Yeah, it was terrible. I tuned out. I mean, the co-main and main event. I tuned out and started watching. I mean, it was on, but I was watching college football because this shit was whack.
Yeah, and the funny thing is too is with 10 seconds left of the whole fight, Danis tried to put dude in a fucking guillotine, it was the thing to do, and then Logan Paul threw him off and threw a punch on the floor. And I'm that should be a fucking DQ. That should really be a DQ. Because Danis couldn't do nothing about it. He couldn't punch. He couldn't do anything like this. Motherfucker reminded me of Shumanov against Hopkins. Doing all that. Doing martial art poses in the ring and getting boxed up. Except he didn't get boxed up. He got struggled up. And it was just bad viewing. I'm thinking to myself I was that should really be a fucking DQ, which it was. Because you can't try to cinch on the guillotine in a fucking boxing fight. Fucking mixed martial artists, and and after all that, Logan Paul still talked shit afterwards, and afterwards had the nerve to challenge Rey Mysterio Jr. Are we what the fuck? Yeah, the whole carny nature of the whole shit was just threw me off. I was just this ain't it. Nah. Logan Paul should just go stick to fucking wrestling, do what he's been doing. Motherfucker's a spot monkey. He's going through tables and shit like that. Let him stay his ass there, because clearly boxing is not easy for him. Because boxing is strictly not for him. Not even a little bit. not even a little bit. The motherfucker sucks. And then we get into the fucking main event with KSI and Tommy Fury. I'm sorry, but Tommy Fury is also a disgrace. He's a disgrace to his last name. His cousins, his brother, what the fuck was dude doing? When they were training, clearly he wasn't learning anything. Either that, or he was.
The only Fury that can fight is the bald one. The rest of them can't fight.
Fury could fight. He just didn't have. He wasn't power. He didn't have no power like that.
I swear that these Furies got this gypsy mob, UK mob ties, because I don't know, they be getting some I don't know, man. It's kind of suspect because I don't think Fury won the fight. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. He didn't win the fight, and that's the worst thing. He couldn't convince her. He played the role of the boxer, and in the first round, KSI landed the actual punch that actually stunned his ass.
Yeah, and all KSI doing was doing jumping jacks and throwing it right. He had no jab. It's just kind of
he had no jab. You telling me you couldn't time any of that shit? Not even a counter. Or none of that shit. Motherfucker was really trying. It's you could see his brain working to actually box, but just not even look at the big fucking picture. And then when KSI did that, KSI would clinch, and then Fury would clinch. These motherfuckers was clinching all the fucking time. I'm what the fuck are y'all doing? Like it's like it was horrible to watch. KSI, of course, was labored, and Tommy Fury is out there. He was like a fucking hamster on the wheel in his fucking head to see him actually trying to actually fight. Like the motherfucker could stop the clinching, couldn't do anything, couldn't go to the body. I don't think he landed any real punch of any note in the whole 6 rounds. So that's why I'm thinking to myself, like, maybe KSI probably got this on activity alone, because it was just like, yeah, like he should, like KSI probably should have won that shit, and but like you said, Pilot, Fury got the decision. First it was a majority decision, which he won on 1 point on 2 of the cards, and it was draw. But then they later found out that the draw card was actually someone added that shit wrong, so it was 57-56 all around. So yeah, it was just like, yeah. So Tommy Fury won that, and KSI had the nerve. I mean, I feel KSI saying that he got robbed, but he didn't do himself no fucking favors.
Yeah,
jumping around and throwing the right hand. Like, who taught you how to box, fam? Like seriously, like like motherfuckers, this ain't calisthenics and shit like that. This ain't fucking boxer size. Like, the fuck is you doing? Like, you're supposed to sit there and fucking box, not do that and fucking clinch and do it over again. It was just horrible boxing, horrible displays of boxing. And then Fury was acting like he was like he just won the war. I want to thank my God and all this, and I'm like, nigga, what the fuck did you do? Like, you better think your name ties and shit. Like,
like Tyson Fury and everybody jumping up and down. Like he beat a fucking YouTube a YouTube British nigga, dog. Come on.
Yeah, and it was a gift too. So I'm not sure what the fucking side. Like, this is the second time that Tommy Fury was put on the main stage like this, and he fucking failed. Like, first the Jake Paul shit, because he actually got knocked down legit by Jake Paul, and then he won a split decision on that one, and then he got this shit. They're like, bro is mid as fuck, and he's still pushing this angle that he wants to be a legitimate boxer and shit like that. Ain't no boxer in this motherfucker's future. Like they're gonna have to.
I mean, at least he's saying it though. I mean, your boy Jared Anderson, you can't get this nigga to say he want to fight for a title.
Yeah, and that's fucking true. You can't. Jared Anderson has all the talent in the world, but doesn't want to say, but dude is like, you know what? I see what these YouTubers are doing. And meanwhile, we have an Instagram fighter. That's what Tommy Fury is to me. That actually thinks he could be a cruiserweight champion of the world. Like, nah, bro, that's not how it works. Like, that's not how it works, bro. Like, if you can't beat YouTube, if you can barely beat YouTubers, then you shouldn't. Then a title fight is far from your future. Like, you haven't stopped anyone in about a couple years now. Like, what is you like?
I mean, think about it. He struggled against that guy. I don't know how much you watch, Pat, but Anthony Taylor. He struggled against that. He struggled against that guy who also beat Stop Poppy. But still, it's like,
I mean, he failed in his American debut. Like, they were booing his ass because his motherfucker was at the motherfucker. They got the jobbiest of jobbers, and dude couldn't dent him.
He's not it. I mean, I know, like, he's like like a pretty boy. Girls like him, and he's got a following, but he ain't.
Yeah,
he need to be in movies, yo.
Yeah,
like, he not.
Do the movie shit. Do the movie.
The boxing shit ain't for him.
Yeah,
He'd be like a good ass, like a enforcer villain in one of those damn UK crime shows. Put that nigga in season 3 Gangs in London or some shit.
Some finished version of James Bond muscle type of shit.
And he had the nerve to train 9 weeks and look all fucking ripped and roided up just to put that.
He was roided the fuck up. Everybody was.
Yeah, that nigga was looking like he already got like big arms and shit. That nigga was looking all extra swole.
It seemed like everybody on that card was pretty much on roids besides like 1 or 2 niggas.
But if you ain't gonna fight like you on roids, don't be on roids.
Yeah, yo, right, yo,
like,
fact.
Damn, what's the point? Like, if you're not gonna give me Prime Vargas versus De La Hoya for like 8 rounds, don't get on roids, nigga. Like,
I mean, if you're not gonna give us Lamont Peterson and Kendall Holt type of shit like that,
yeah, you ain't gonna give us that. Then don't say the rounds, my nigga. Like, say the roids, the pill supplements. Matter of fact, just like save the whole card, like.
Yeah.
See, me, I ain't been saying shit because I ain't see this motherfucker. Like, I forgot it was in the UK. Like, Saturday was just like a busy day, and I think I fucking.
You ain't missing that.
Even Rome said it was weird because when I came back home to the crib, he was like, "Nigga, you," because I think I went to the gym when I think the fight started, and. I think later on, he was like, "Damn, nigga, I knew it was weird. Like, you went to the gym. Like, I was like, what the fuck you doing? Like, ain't the boxing about to start?" And I forgot all about. I probably would have stayed at home, but I just forgot all about it. And the gym was cool, so fuck it. You know, it seemed like that was a better workout than them niggas had in the ring. So
hell yeah, it's just like
I ain't missing nothing, so it's all good.
Yeah, I mean, Tommy Fury had a nerve to later. I think because someone posted it in the chat. Posted some of the disgusting pizza and like corn and I don't know what the fuck was on there, French fries or some shit like that.
It looked like I was like, what the fuck? Like, hold on now. I don't think corn is such a bad thing on pizza though.
Nah, I mean, I used to deliver pizzas back in the day, so I've had some exotic pizzas, but that shit look.
That just look nasty and just shitty. That didn't look like an appetizer because I'm looking like, damn, if a nigga have like some old, Southwestern Santa Fe type pizza where you get like some ground beef,
just taco pizza,
some corn, like that shit might be busting. Like, put some crunchy tortilla. You know what? Crack up some Doritos and put it on the pizza. Like, give it a little crunch. That shit might be fire, but Yeah, that pizza was about as ugly as his boxing skills. So, like, I ain't want like no parts of that shit. Shout out, what it do, Mob, Anthony, what it do, MOB. Guys, I have a question. When you see some of these Hispanic fighters wearing dreads or twists, do you guys feel they're appropriate in your culture? God damn.
Nah.
Damn, why you came out swinging, bro?
Real quick, the one time I can really recall that is when Paulie Magnology was rocking the fucking fake cornrows and had the British fight.
I remember that shit. Yeah, that shit was trash.
And then, but because he used to appropriate the black culture a lot, but then he became, he showed his true colors. No pun intended.
Yeah, he went from racism doesn't exist anymore. That's all a figment of the black man's mind and shit. Like,
Paulie was on one with that stupid shit. I mean, I guess I'm one of those people who I don't really feel a way if you're just keeping it with the hairstyle and it's just you, like you're doing, and it looks good, like it's it's neat, on point. I ain't really, but if you get into the whole Paulie Milanaji shit and you start yo-yoing and you're trying to, how we used to say, you try to be a wigger or some shit, like you trying to. Then that's when I'm gonna be like, yo, chill, bro. Like, nah, that ain't
and
that
then
ain't
it
it.
turns out that you hate niggas, basically. Even you kind of.
That's what make it worse. Like,
I got black boxing friends, but you go on record saying niggas ain't shit. Basically, I'm boxing.
So fuck all that.
Like Jose Benavidez, like both Benavidez, because they rock the braids and shit. They don't seem like they hate.
They seem like just cool, especially David. Like, so I'm not going. Even when Margarito did it, I know motherfuckers hate Margarito. Like, I didn't have a problem with it. Like, you do what you do. Just don't be on the bullshit. Like, you could rock that shit. I'm not gonna. If a nigga rock overalls, I'm not gonna be like, hey, you trying to be farmer. Like,
wait, what's on? Amir Khan did it too.
God damn! Like, you following these motherfuckers like that? Yo, I didn't even know Amir Khan did it. Like, damn.
I don't remember a fight that Amir Khan did it in like that.
I don't remember Amir Khan at all doing that shit. Yeah, y'all would say next time Amir Khan had dreadlocks and a blonde patch.
Yeah, I don't remember Amir Khan ever having that type of hairstyle at all either. Never mind.
Yeah. And yes, you are ruining a good pizza when you put pineapple. That's an abomination in my honest opinion.
That's a fact. And I'm from
that's a fact. Yeah.
And I'm from Hawaii, where there's fucking pineapple. It's Hawaiian pizza, right? Yeah, that's just always trash.
Yeah, that shit's trash. Yeah, I kind of could see corn going on pizza before pineapple.
I've had potatoes on pizza, like
absolutely not. Absolutely.
Hold on, potatoes on pizza?
No, there's this thing when I used to eat pork. I don't eat pork anymore, but there used to be like this bacon. I used to work deliver pizza back in the day, so I would have this bacon, potatoes, cheese. It's called spud and bits. It was like bacon, potatoes, shredded cheese. It was fire.
What the potatoes even worse than pineapple?
Nigga, what? It was fire, dog. Sliced.
Hold on, slices potato or like chunks of potato?
Like sliced, like kind of like mini.
Like the potatoes, not wedges. What's that shit for breakfast?
The breakfast bowls where you get the little square pineapple,
the slivers. They're almost like chips.
Yeah, kind of, but they're cute.
Oh wait, hold on. Kind of like chips and cubes is two fucking different things. Nigga.
Like when you get a breakfast bowl, from a little joint and they got the little potato squares like that.
Like hash browns?
Kind of, yeah, like hash browns a little bit, but like thick, a little thicker.
Big, oh, what the fuck? No, who the fuck wants hash browns on their pizza, nigga? Thick ass potatoes. That's almost as bad as broccoli.
Okay, because you like pork. Think about it. Bacon, like bacon bits.
Yeah, pork is good. Okay,
potatoes,
bacon,
cheese.
Yeah, okay, but what the fuck? Where does potatoes fit in?
I thought it was weird too, but then I worked at the place. I was like, damn, this is kind of good.
Nigga.
All right.
So you work at the man, they had you making that bullshit, nigga.
The breakfast potatoes. That's my man.
But still, what the fuck? Who wants fucking potatoes on goddamn pizza? Really? God damn.
Well, I mean, either way, the pizza this motherfucker.
Yeah, that shit was nasty. Fuck that.
Yeah.
That is right. Let's get back to business, folks. I'm sorry about that, but potatoes on pizza is like some weird shit, nigga.
Yeah, food. When we're talking about food, it's easily digressed.
Yeah, you triggering motherfuckers with that. Yo, say the food topics for the end, bro. Like we'll go off on a fucking tangent. We'll be talking about having sushi on pizza next, man. Damn.
You know, but yeah, like honestly, like the Zone needs to pull the plug on Misfits Boxing because I don't care how much that shit. I mean, they're probably
don't pull the plug, nigga. Nah.
That shit is trash. I'm sorry.
You gotta get better fighters, bro. That's the problem. This shit makes too much money. The atmosphere, everything is too lit about it, and with the sales and everything, you could kind of see like. The boxing pay-per-view sales go down the more hardcore the boxing is.
Yeah, which is a sad thing too.
You go from Logan Paul, Dallas, Dillon, whatever the fuck. Then you get to the Tank, the Ryan Garcia. That's the second tier. I remember I told y'all niggas about this. Third tier, okay, $600K Crawford Spence. Mm-hmm. So yeah, but you still need the influence of boxing because I feel like it's a good gateway to boxing because for amount of hardcore people that were disgusted, you had casuals who were disgusted and they expect a better product than what Tommy Fury and them niggas did.
Yeah, of course they did. Yeah.
The thing is, when you get that, some of those dudes are either gonna say fuck it. So how about hardcore boxing? Let's go all the way into boxing if this is the shit y'all gonna give us at this level. Or they might say, you know what? I heard that Tank kid's pretty popular. Heard he knocked motherfuckers out. Who's that? Who's that Japanese guy?
And then also real quick on the influencer card, this dude was calling out Tank and Ryan too. You know, so it's like they're trying to stay relevant with the boxing.
Yeah, see, they'll blend them together. It's just you need a better base product. Like the Tommy Furies, the Logan, like they're like I think that's peaked. Like honestly, those names have peaked in influencer boxing. Like you need a fresh set of names, a fresh set of beefs, a fresh set of skills to kind of like keep it going. I don't think influencer boxing is done. It's gonna grow bigger. It's just it peaked with these set of names. Like we're kind of done with these niggas. Like we see all the training, we see all the videos. Motherfuckers might look decent on a bag for a couple minutes, but in the fight, we're getting like bottom of the barrel shit. And I think everybody's kind of over it.
Yeah, I mean Dillon Danis especially, like he had a chance to at least make a name for himself, try to have a redeemable fight, and he ends up trying to put this motherfucker in a guillotine in a boxing ring, like it was a thing to do. Like motherfucker, like out the ring.
To Shutter's point, real quick, in regard to the paper, I mean, like I feel like YouTube boxing, influencer boxing has peaked, but I mean, they supposedly sold 1.3 pay-per-view, million pay-per-views, so like it's not going away, unfortunately. Like
it's not. It's just those names, those performances peaked. Those main events have peaked. No one wants to see like people gonna start looking for like you know how World Star Fights was, and it got to a point where it's like, remember World Star Hip Hop Fights used to be on some like random shit. Then you be like, oh shit, and then it got so big to the point where niggas was calling it out before the fight even happened. Niggas be like World Star, and then we're at the point now where niggas is starting to say World Star in influencer boxing. Where niggas is starting to like call it out, and when you get to that level, if it doesn't change or get better, it's just gonna go down. So some choices got to be made with these promoters and people who the next set of stars, maybe get a TV series, or something to kind of like to kind of get some new life. Like the Tommy Furies, the Jake Pauls, is kind of over and done now. Like Jake Paul, I think, is the only one who kind of is above it. Like he's going more into the, like he's more like in the realistic boxing. Like he's teetering like in between. Like, so I think Jake Paul will still be good, but KSI, the mother, like honestly, KSI, he only has the Jake Paul fight left. Like, I think that's the absolute it. Like, I don't think there's no more you could squeeze out of it. Like, I don't even think a Jake Paul Fury rematch would be worth it. Like, nah. Like,
yeah, it's gonna be struggle. It shouldn't be.
Yeah, I don't even think no one wants to see that. Like, I think KSI, Jake Paul is about the only fight left that they have, and honestly, if they're gonna do that fight, they need to make sure they have all the best influencers, matchups. This is because it'll peak at that, and then it's like you got to get some new names. But Jake Paul, the only thing left for these niggas.
Because I've been clamoring for a contender series, right? Like, you know, a real one. But watch them do some like influencer contender series and shit. Like some, you know,
that could work. That could be fire too. It's just, it almost comes down to the individuals, bro. Like they got to start getting some real boxing people involved in these in some type of aspect. Somebody who kind of realizes, like, look, I know we're not looking for the next fucking Roberto Duran or Larry Holmes, but if there gotta be some nigga who has some type of talent that may not go all the way, but he could kind of beat a Mike Tyson in influencer boxing or some shit, like beat a Roy Jones and them niggas, like that's what it needs right now. Somebody to kind of like, oh, okay, you know, had a little skill doing this, like, because other than that, it's like I think it's not going nowhere, but it's gonna, if they try to rush another influencer misfit or mid-fit card.
Mid-fit, that's a good.
Shout out to my nigga PJ Fight Architect. I seen that shit in the chat. Nigga had me rolling.
That was a good bar.
Fucking they can't rush the next one, like, because I feel like it'll be a dud. Like everything else would be a dud or just go under the radar if it isn't KSI and Jake Paul. And
I mean, the hype for this, like, you see how they promote this shit compared to Haney and Regis. Like, they promote the fuck out this. Like, but
the promoters promote. I mean, the fighters promote that shit too.
I was getting nonstop. I mean, I'm stuff from the zone, but I was getting emails like to the day of all that shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's like yeah. I got no Haney Regis emails though.
Because it's the energy, dude. Boxing needs new life, needs new energy. Like, all the way from the promoters, the media, the publicists, the damn, the writers, all of that. And if not new, the ones that's been holding it down, they need to be praised and highlighted and put up front, like, get bigger platforms. Because it's like, if you don't see that, if someone doesn't just take it upon themselves to just start doing it within regular boxing, then you're only gonna see this type of shit in the hardcore in the influencer shit. Like, for example, the shit with Prograde and Haney, because this nigga Pilot brought it up. The shit Prograde talking about the little rumor that Haney lost a fight in Mexico and he paid for the record and all that shit.
Like, the rumor's been around for a minute. You know, I heard that bullshit. I don't know.
Yeah, but I've never heard it before. But like, shout outs to this nigga Android. I don't even see him in the chat, but salute. So when you listen to this, know it's on real shit. So he made a great point. He had a retweet and he was saying how, like, Prograde was saying how, like, y'all media, y'all need to get on this and ask these questions on the presser, this that, and the yada yada yada, and Android just kept it real, like, no, like, you the fighter, you bring that shit up, like you, like I feel like boxing media, we do more than enough, like, keeping shit going. Like, if you find some shit out and you want to, like, nigga, spit that shit, say it. When you get on these podcasts and a motherfucker say, hey, anybody you want to call out, you got any fights you want, motherfucker, speak up, say it then. Don't tweet the shit later on some half-ass shit. Don't expect, like, bro, like, and that's the thing. Can you imagine Logan Paul or Jake Paul telling telling the media that they need to ask a YouTuber about, hey man, I heard you lost a fight at the swap shop. I heard you was sniffing coke at the racetrack. I heard, like, no, nigga, he'll the influencer motherfucker will bring it up. That's the difference. Like, boxers, y'all gonna have to get your fucking hands dirty, yo.
Yeah, that's why you see, I mean, KSI, like, I swear, like, because, you know, him and Logan Paul are in Prime together, you know, on that Prime drink. I swear he's been taking WWE promo sessions because he be cutting promos like fucking Razor Ramon or some shit, man. The way
just do this shit. Like, Keith Thurman used to cut promos all the time when he was fighting.
Keith Thurman was great at that. That's what got me back into boxing. Keith Thurman's cutting his promos like that and knocking niggas out. But, you know, like,
don't fuck me, son. Like, where all that energy at? Like,
I ain't no cherry. Boy.
Like, where is all that energy at? Y'all get mad because niggas ain't retweeting y'all shit and yeah, the promoters be fucking up, but y'all could do more. Like, honestly, y'all niggas fight once or twice a year, and then we gotta promote for y'all too. Goddamn.
Why don't we get any more like the after the fight, the in ring for the next fight? Only time I've seen it was with Fury. Now I don't see that shit no more. Like, where, you know, somebody comes into the, you know, that's gonna fight them next. That don't happen anymore. It's weird.
Yeah, I think the last time was fucking Golovkin Canelo or something. I think
Fury and Nagano.
Yeah, they manufactured
Fury and Nagano. Yeah, that too. Yeah,
count that, but it don't happen anymore. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, well, it wasn't like it's not on some random shit. They manufacture that shit. Like, it's just
yeah.
But it used to make oh shit, okay, because we knew it was coming. Like, imagine blood coming out, you know, after the Canelo fight. I don't know, like, just like things like that, like anything like that. You know, you have to fight.
Yeah, like it's honestly the little things in boxing that could make the sport better. Like, when you say them like we're saying it sounds like a big deal, but when you just look back and doubt, you know, you just say, damn, how come this don't happen no more? Fucking Zab and Kasazuwa's in the ring. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Like you don't like there's no like, you don't even see boxers at the fights like that.
And and not like on the like the build ups. The press conferences are all gentlemen like, and they're not even throwing any shots.
Yeah, like, yo, man, like, one thing, like, yo, stop, boxers, y'all gotta stop letting these soft ass motherfuckers who ain't never fought no nigga, never cursed nobody out in real life, telling y'all to be respectful and, oh, you don't need to be this way to sell a fight. Man, cut all that soft shit out, man. That pussy ass nigga don't know about no real shit, nigga. Sell the goddamn fight. If this nigga, talk about that nigga. The fuck, man, sell the goddamn fight. Cause this shit, cause you only hurt yourself if you don't sell the fight, and then you don't fight at all when it's time to fight. There's two niggas who did that, and they ruined their whole momentum after years of talking mad shit, and they finally got their moment, and they just Dillian White and Jermell Charlo, y'all niggas.
Yeah.
Cause y'all talked up the fights y'all wanted, and then when y'all got them, y'all barely promoted them. Y'all niggas trying to be Mr. Nice Guy, and both y'all had bullshit reasons. Fucking Dillian White, oh, I'm not getting paid enough. Motherfucker, you getting paid enough to me, nigga? Shit.
Right, exactly.
What the fuck? You know how many niggas can use the goddamn millions you made for that non-event? And Jermell Charlo, like, you've been talking shit about Canelo this whole time. Even Canelo was like, yo, what the fuck is these niggas doing? Like, why they so miss me with that shit, man? Sell the goddamn fight. Enough of this shit. Next fight, nigga.